Hello, hello, and welcome, my beautiful unicorns, to another episode of Unicorns Do Exist. I am your host, Vanessa, and today we have a brand new location. So much has changed since our last episode that we co hosted with Gabby, which was so much fun. I think I definitely want to co host because the energy that you have when you actually have a conversation with someone, it's so much more fun instead of I just feel like I'm talking to myself, which I am, but it's also fun to speak my thoughts and my ideas. So, this is what we're doing today. I want to give you guys an update of everything that's happened, how life is changing so fast. It's only February of 2026, and we already have a brand new car, a brand new place. For so long, I wanted the apartment to have a third bedroom so that my son can have his own room, and we're finally here. Slash new recording section of the house is going to be his bedroom. In the meantime, yeah, so I really believe like I manifested this location or this place because back in 2025, like the mid of 2025, I noticed that a third bedroom was only like a $400 difference in rent. And my son's growing, he's 2, he's really tall. Did not get that for me because I'm 5'2". I think he's like 3 feet tall already. Oh, anyway, they grow so fast. So I started looking at a third bedroom and it was only like $400 difference. So I was like, okay, great. Let me talk to my sister about it. We both talked about it. She said, yeah, sure, go ahead. I had to bribe her with giving her the master bedroom. But I didn't care. I wanted my son to have his own room. So she agreed. I went to do the paperwork. And at that time, there wasn't any third bedrooms available. They were like, we'll put you on the waiting list. And as soon as one's available, you can definitely move in. I'm like, great, thank you so much. That was like August of last year. Nothing was available until it was. So out of nowhere, I think it was like 4 months later, the girl's like, hey, these locations are now available. Are you still interested? I said yes. I went to go look at them because of the market and how occupancy was. The same third bedroom was now about $800 difference. So double. And I was like, yeah, I'm not about to double it when I know how much it's worth. Like when I know how much it was going for. I was like, you know what? Is it okay if I wait? They're like, yeah, it's fine. Will it come back down? She's like, you never know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So I didn't feel discouraged. I didn't feel like rushed. I didn't feel like I had to get the bedroom that moment. That I was like, you know what? No, it's okay. I'll wait. I just felt like, just wait, Vanessa. Just wait. Everything's going to come together. And my sister's like, that's crazy. And I was like, yeah, but listen. I told her, just everything's, what is meant for me will be mine. We just got to wait. We just got to be patient. Just let it be. And so we did. We went about the end of the year. On January, I'm going to say like 15, the girl calls me and says, hey, are you guys still interested in the third bedroom? She's like, our rent just dropped. I was like, tell me more. So she's like, yeah, I went down to, before it was $400 difference. Now it was only going to be a $300 difference from our rent already. So she called me like on a Monday. I went on a Tuesday. Tuesday's like, hey, it dropped $50 more. I was like, perfect, we'll take it. So this is how I manifested our third bedroom. And this is why I think I talk so much about manifestation, because it's all energy and anyone can do it. And it's so, now it seems a lot more effortless for me because I learned to trust myself. But anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. And it's just, you just literally have to believe in yourself and just believe that everything that is for you, it is for you. And it is for you. No matter what, whether you think about it or not, what is meant for you will be yours. Simple. End of story. So that's how we manifested the third bedroom. From there, I knew I had to get a new car. I knew I needed something different, something more spacious for the trunk at least. But I didn't really want to like downgrade my car so much. So I was like, how am I going to do this? I love my Audi. I had a Q5, beautiful car, but it was time to switch it up. So I went to go do the test drive at the BMW track in thermal, and I really liked their X5. However, that was a bit of a bigger car than I needed, so we ended up going with the X3. So now I have a new car. Everything just fell into place, honestly, and so wanted to share all the amazing things with you guys, because that's exactly what I help people do, is learn how to manifest. But besides that, the main point that I want to talk about is a unicorn we all know as Benito, aka Bad Bunny, because that halftime show was amazing. The energy, the culture, the message, all of it was perfect. All of it was beautiful. The only downside that I would say is that it was too short. But that always happens. It's always too short. Eminem was too short. Shakira and Beyonce were too short. Benito's was definitely too short. For the amount of music and energy and how much we want to see of them, it's always going to be too short, I think. So for all the haters saying that it didn't understand what it was, well, if you have such a hard time, if you have such a problem with it, learn Spanish. And for people that say, "Oh, you live in America, you should learn English." We know English, but we also know Spanish. We don't have a problem not understanding what you're saying. It's you that has a problem with it. So I would just say learn Spanish. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. And you will be better off because you learned. So many people took it upon themselves to learn within the 4 months. Benito gave you guys plenty of heads up to learn. And I saw a lot of people that did learn and, had a blast. And the ones that didn't, you don't necessarily need to know every single word he's saying to know the vibe, to get the energy, to feel the feelings and the emotions that his music brings to everybody. So the Super Bowl did great by making him the performing halftime show artist. However, I do feel like they did it with a little bit of an intention. And that could just be me, because Benito is American. So he's more American than a lot of people that are here, because Puerto Rico is part of America. Okay. But I feel like JC is the guy that, books the artist for and the NFL. And he chose an amazing artist, but everyone's too busy talking about the fact that he's saying in Spanish instead of talking about what really matters. We should be talking about how the orange man in office right now is not in jail. How nobody from the Epstein files are in jail. How Woody Allen is not in jail. You guys are distracted about what really matters. Everyone's talking about what language the Super Bowl was in instead of worrying about why is nobody in jail. So was this part of it? Were they trying to distract us once again? It's working. I mean, you just look at Benito and you get distracted. He's gorgeous. But that's not the point. The point is that we can't forget what is still going on around us. What is still going on. What is not going on. What they're failing to do. Which is put the focus back on those files. Put these people in jail. Every single one of them. Whether they're Democrats or Republicans or artists or whatever they are. And hold them accountable, because they're real victims of horrible, heinous crimes that I don't wish on anyone, ever. And for all the women or mothers that still somehow support this man, that worries me. I'm worried about your kids now. Because if you think what they did is okay, and you're condoning it, I'm worried about your kids. Someone needs to go check on your kids. Because how can any woman or a mother condone any of that stuff? I've only been a mother for 2 years, but way before that, I knew what was right and what was wrong, and all of that is wrong. I have some family or some friends that used to support this person, and I'm like, I used to think, well, maybe they don't know better, but now you guys do. I don't want to hear the innocent until proven guilty. We all know he's guilty. There's no and, if, or but. So that's what I was thinking today. because I had an amazing day today. I had a day, and I'll tell you guys all about my day right now too, because this is all going to be just me talking about my day. Days like this remind me of how grateful I am, how lucky I am, what kind of amazing life I have. This is why I started with all the good things, celebrating myself, because today, let's see, last night my son fell, got a big ol' chichon on his forehead. It looked horrible. It looked like Cardi B after that one event where she was walking out with the red dress and all you see is her chichon. He looked like that. He looked like someone just went ham on him. So that scared me, but thank God he was okay. I put some Vicks. I actually had arnica, so that was really good. The arnica helped with the swelling. He woke up like nothing, perfectly fine. I was like, okay. So we woke up extra early to go to the gym. Either way, I still made it to the gym at 10, even though I woke up 3 hours early. Don't ask me why. But we finally managed to get out of here, get to the gym. He's playing. I'm enjoying my workout when I get a phone call. Your dog won't shut up. You need to go home. I had to cut my workout short, and I was a little bummed. I was like, okay, no worries. I was just about to start feeling good, like that high that you get when you work out. So cut it short, pick up my son, head back home. Then I'm thinking, wait, he loves apples. He loves peeled apples. And he was asking for some last night. I only had one left. So I realized, you know what? My dog's barking. Forget it. We'll just stop and get some apples. And always happens when I leave the gym and I'm on my way to stop for like groceries or gas or something. Gas is not too bad because he's in the car and he falls asleep. So that's not too bad because he's asleep in the car and I'm there. But when it comes to the groceries, now I can't get off and go inside and I feel guilty waking him up. So I pulled into Ralph's and I'm literally sitting there like, lo levanto. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wake him up. He just fell asleep. He'll be fine. So I'm taking off the straps from the car seat. And he looks out. So I'm like, you know what, Vanessa, who cares? We'll come later. Or we'll figure it out. So I put the straps back on, I get in the car, and I'm pulling out of the driveway. And I tried a different pre-workout today. And I didn't really eat in the morning. So I don't think it settled well with my stomach. Because as soon as I start pulling out of Ralph's to get on the freeway, to get back on the road, my stomach starts to make those noises and bubbles that you're like, oh no. Like, oh no, not right now. Nope, God. So I start praying to God. Everything's always working in my favor. Not today. Please, no, not today, God. And I am traumatized from this event, okay? So I'm in the light and I'm breathing, doing the exercise. And so I start driving as fast as and safe as possible. But I was definitely going over the speed limit. So I'm like driving. And I'm literally 2 lights away from my house when I see a tiny little bike hurry up and speed up behind me and chase me down. And I was like, I'm getting pulled over. And I have to go to the restroom. And now I'm gonna go. I was like, God, please, God, I wouldn't, like, don't let me shit my pants type of thing. So the guy gets off the bike all slowly, he's taking off his gloves, and I'm like, waving him down, like, hurry up, come here, like, come to my window. And he's like, looks at me like, what the? I was like, please hurry, I need to tell you something. So he comes to the window and I'm like, this is what's going on. I'm driving super fast. I know I am, but I gotta go. He's like, you just passed a bunch of places where you could go to the restroom. And I was like, my son, he's in the back seat. He's asleep. I cannot, no. He's like, okay. He's like, driver license and registration. I'm like, brand new car. Here's the ID. Let's go. And he's like, where do you live? I'm like, 2 blocks away. And he's like, okay, I'll follow you. So I got escorted. I got police escorted. Escorted, is that how you say it? All the way home. So made it safe. Ran inside. Well, took the baby out. Ran inside. And I said, Mike, officer, you can wait here. I gotta go. Like, he stayed outside by my car. I ran to the restroom. I made it. I was so happy I made it. I was like, but I was rushing, so my son woke up, so now he missed his nap. But moral of the story is God answers all your prayers. I did not shit my pants, but I got a ticket. I got a speeding ticket. So yeah, I guess I'll take it. Honestly, I'll take it. It worked out all in my favor. My son has not napped. It is 6 o'clock at night and we're barely recording this, but I'm just so grateful. And that's what I'm telling you, like, I could talk and complain and say all these things that went wrong, but all I'm gonna do is create more of those mean, ugly things that I don't want. Yet if we laugh and know that everything's working out in my favor at it, and laugh at the situation and think like, hey, maybe if I would have kept speeding, maybe it would have been in an accident. Or maybe the ticket is my reward for, I don't know, meeting the love of my life at the, what's it called? The courthouse, when I have to go pay for it. Like, you don't know. You don't know. And the more you complain, the more you're going to get things that you don't want. And how can I complain if I literally manifested the apartment I wanted? I got the car I wanted. I get to wake up next to my son and do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whomever I want, however I want, every single day since he's been born. All because I chose to learn new different skills and put myself out there. I can't complain. Every day that I'm alive, I am beyond grateful for my friendships, my family, the fact that we're still alive and we're still together. And so when you think of things like that, there's nothing to complain about. I'm about to go see Cardi B. I love concerts. I love events. Coachella is 2 months away. If you guys are going, let me know. I will be there. Weekend 2. Like the locals. But yeah, so moral of the story, you guys, is be grateful for what you have. Spread love, just like Bad Bunny said, because nothing is more powerful than love. I've said this so many times. I love love. I love to be in love. I love to fall in love. I love to spread love. This is the point of the podcast. This is why we're here. And just to find things that make us light up and do more of that. And I get it, not everybody can just quit their job overnight. But if you really wanted to, you kind of could. No one's making you go to a job you hate. No one's making you do things that you don't want. If you have to do it, for example, like if you have to go to work in the meantime while you're working on the things that you love, then do it with a smile on your face. Because you know that that's the step that you need in the meantime to get where you want to go. Like, Benito, he said it. He used to bag groceries and he did it with a smile on his face. I'm sure he was happy to be there. You know? Just waiting for the time where he can go and do the next thing. So whatever it is that you're doing, meanwhile, do it with a smile on your face. Do it with a good attitude. Do it with love. And that's going to bleed into the rest of your life. That's going to bleed into what you do next. That's going to bleed into the people around you. I hear so many people complain about their coworkers. I was like, I've never had one bad coworker. Well, I take that back. Once I had a difficult coworker. I don't even call them bad. I just call it difficult. It was just the atmosphere that they created. It was already bad when I got there. But other than that, I love all my ex-coworkers because I give them the love that I want in return. Simple. So, because it is the beginning of February, I am going to give you guys some new information. We are going to be moving the podcast to every Thursdays. I know Wednesdays seem like fun. Wednesdays are my fun day. But because of my schedule, we were going to be moving these to Thursday. So I will have an extra day to work on them. And then you're going to get a bigger and better episode on Thursdays. These should be up on Substack as well if you want to see the actual video. See my new little backdrop for now. That's actually me back there, you know? That was when my family painted me. So if you're going to want to watch these on Substack, you're going to get to see the little background. I'll promise to get better at it too. But other than that, unicorns, thank you so much for staying to the end of this episode. I hope you laughed. I hope it inspired you. Don't forget to share it with a friend that needs a laugh because this one was funny. Don't forget to question everything you see, question everything you learn, and come up with your own conclusions, by the way. I don't know why I had to say that. Just came out. Yeah, just feel like not everything is what it seems. If you see it with eyes of love, it's going to be loving. If you see it with eyes of hate, it's going to be hateful. So it's all inside you. Once again, thank you so much. I am having so much fun making these. I appreciate everyone that listens and stays to the end. Don't forget to share it. Follow me on Instagram on Unicorns Do Exist Pod so you can keep up with all the new episodes and when they're going to be coming out. And don't forget, unicorns do exist. You're listening to one. Bye.